Today I would like to show you my version of the so-called Russian salad. I do not deviate much from the traditional version, but I apply a few techniques of my own that simplify the process, but also balances its tastes. And of course we're gonna make our own mayonnaise to avoid all kinds of preservatives. Let's begin. I will wash 1.5 kilograms or 3 pounds of waxy potatoes. They retain their integrity after cooking. My first trick is to steam the potatoes. We have several benefits from this. First, the nutrients will remain in the potatoes instead of the cooking water. Second, they will keep their integrity better. Third, as you can see, I peel them before I cook them, so I won't have to peel hot potatoes. Fourth, and most important, they will be much drier as compared to boiled potatoes and will be much easier for them to absorb the flavor of other ingredients. If you don't have the option to steam them, just boil them whole and peel them after they cool down. I cut the potatoes into uniformly large pieces and arrange them in the bowl of my Instant Pot. I will also use the griddle. Add a glass of water and cook for 25 minutes on high pressure. Next, drain a can of peas through a strainer, rinse and put it in a small saucepan with enough water to cover. Whether you use frozen or canned peas, I advise you to cook it for 10 minutes. This will give you a much nicer and creamier piece that will burst in your mouth. We would also need salami. I've seen versions of this recipe using ham, but I've never liked them. In the presence of mayonnaise and pickles, it would be completely impossible to taste the ham. For this reason, I use salami, which I cut into cubes. I'll do the same with a jar of pickles. If you wish, you can save the pickle juice, which we will talk about at the end of the recipe. For the mayonnaise, if you are worried, you can use pasteurized eggs. For this amount of salad, I need 3 whole eggs, which I put in the food processor or blender. I use whole eggs because mayonnaise with egg yolks alone is too thick. And what do you do with 3 egg whites? Next is 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, which, like the yolks, contains lecithin and will help for a more stable mayonnaise. 1 teaspoon of water, half a teaspoon of salt. Optionally, you can add half a teaspoon of turmeric, which will color the mayonnaise in a very interesting yellow-greenish color. And finally, 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. Pulse the processor several times and slowly add 700 to 750 milliliters of neutral flavor oil. I use sunflower oil. The last ingredient in my Russian salad is 3 boiled eggs. Boil them for 8 minutes, then pour cold water over them to cool them faster. It is easier to peel in a bowl of water because the water enters under the membrane of the eggs. Drain the boiled peas, take the potatoes out of the Instant Pot and leave them uncovered to cool down. The steam that comes out of them is humidity that we definitely don't want. I don't cut the potatoes. After they cool down, I crush them with my hands. There are several reasons for it. First, it's much easier and faster. And secondly, I get pieces of potato of different sizes. Some of them are made into a puree, which after mixing with the mayonnaise creates an incredibly tasty sauce. If you decide to try my trick, use gloves because the potatoes may still be warm. Bring all the components together: potatoes, mayonnaise, pickles, peas, salami, and finally squeeze the eggs in your palm so that they become different sized pieces. Getting a piece is a pleasant surprise if you don't expect it there. Mix everything and try the salad. As you can guess, we only added salt in the mayonnaise. Now is the time to fix that. Do not overdo it with the salt. It is best to salt the food at the temperature at which it will be eaten because the taste of the salt changes depending on the temperature. You can always add more salt after the salad has cooled in the refrigerator. I forgot to record an important step in balancing the flavors of the salad. Since there is a huge amount of oil in the salad, it's a good idea to balance it with acid. Here you can use the preserved pickles juice by adding a few tablespoons at a time and mixing well. However, I prefer to use red wine vinegar. This way the salad acquires another dimension. I hope you like my recipe for a Russian salad. Now enjoy!